Welcome back to the Dolor Factor. We're sitting at Ladera Resort and there is rain and thunder, but you know what? We're in the elements and I'm still very happy and warm and glad to be in the Caribbean. Lisa and I have been talking about women and we've been trying to get you to think about rewiring your thoughts so that you can be the woman that you would really like to be. And Lisa was talking about her retreat. I'm asking you, what is your perception of you? We have some series called the Dolor Factor Mini, which we have been running on Caravision, Choice TV and our Facebook pages. And I've asked people to respond and say, or ask the question, answer the question, what makes you happy? And all the responses, many of the responses, apart from people saying what makes them happy is, making sure their children are all right, when we read the answers, they're not really answering the question, what makes them happy? In fact, they're answering the question, what makes everyone around you happy? So, Lisa, the question I want to ask you, why is it women tend to lead a life and they just keep on leading it and they're not thinking about happiness or anything, they just lead their life? And what actually happens? Do you think that they are living the life they'd like to live?
I would say yes and no. No, because from the time we are born, our parents probably indoctrinated certain beliefs in us, and I call them limited beliefs. Like women supposed to be heard, supposed to be seen and not heard. Money is the root of all evil. Women supposed to do this, women supposed to do that. And then, and as time goes by, it's now subconscious, and we're not realizing that those little beliefs tend to actually journey us across our lives without realizing it. Most times we tend not to be happy because we want everybody around us to be happy. Because if the trainer is happy, mommy is happy. If the husband is happy, mommy is going to be happy. If the boss is happy, mommy probably get a raise. All those kind of little things that we probably figure out is best. But what I realized lately is this, when we reach the age of 40, 50, 60, we hear them say, if I only knew, I should have, I have regrets, menopause killing me, I should have already done that, I should be a teacher, I would have been this, I would have been that. And then they ask themselves, why didn't I do that when I was in my 20s or 30s? And then these same people will tell you, child, don't do all the same mistakes that I did. You have your dream, go after it no matter what. Forget about the children, forget about the husband, forget about the job. Go after your dream. At the end of the day, when you close that door behind you, it's all left up to you. So that's what makes my happiness really comes into sharing what I know, my life experience with some other women.
Well, why would you want to share your life experiences with other women, and why would you think that a retreat like this is needed?
Well, first of all, I love to talk.
You don't talk like you love to talk, you talk like you know what you're talking about.
I love to talk. And one of the things I love to talk about is life issues. I love to hear women's stories. I don't like to judge people. Everybody has a little story of their own, whether it be bad, whatever story, everybody has a story of their own. The retreats I'm having, as I said, it's not to hear your business or to broadcast your business. It's just for you as a person to develop that positive self. Sometimes we hide. We put on this facade. And after 2 days or 3 months, everybody says, but she wasn't like that. That's how she is. She's so not nice. And the truth of the fact, that is how you are. But now that you're comfortable with everybody around you, you let down that little guard of yours. Yeah. So it's more or less saying, try to be yourself no matter where you are, what situation you are. What you have to do right now is try to develop a new self. A self that you feel comfortable with, a self that you want people to see. Because sometimes you may raise up in a ghetto, but because people hear you come from a ghetto, you behave ghetto-ish, bad, say some bad things, walk bad, dress bad. And in fact, you're the nicest little doll on earth.
Mm-hmm. But what made you feel that you need to do this? Did something happen to you that made you want to change your life, or you wanted an area or an avenue to speak?
Yes. I went through a very bad marriage. And I was never myself. Even growing up, I never did things like the norm. If everybody went west, I went south, southwest. It's like I was actually deliberately rebelling just to find out what other people would say. And as the years went by, you know, I felt comfortable with just being in other people's shoes. But lately, 3 years ago, I realized, hey, this is not me. I need to do something for myself that I feel happy about, I feel good about, that when I speak, I can glow with my own self. So I decided, what better way is to do something than talk?
But did you decide to do that at the end of your marriage, or was it part of the reason why?
Actually, at the end of my marriage, at the end, that's when I realized that I have something I need to share. I did go to some counseling, which never worked out for me, actually, because you go to counseling, at the end of the day, it's not really a remedy you go for. You just go for somebody to help you. And that's how I felt. I needed some avenue where when I speak to somebody or somebody speaks to me, I won't just listen, but I will at least guide them through whatever they're going through. So if you tell me, hey, this child of mine is really a pain in the royal, I would just say, well, you should just beat the child, just go to a counselor. I'll talk to you and say, okay, what about the child as a pain in your royal? Have you started the child and told the child that you are pain in the royal? You know, those little things that we tend not to want to ask ourselves or ask somebody about us. I usually ask my friends, what about me you don't like? And they say, how you mean? What about me you don't like? Let me know what about me. So, because it's a way of examining, self-examination of yourself.
Yeah.
And I don't find asking somebody, what about me that you don't like, is wrong. It's helped you as a person grow.
Okay, but let's look at it this way. If perhaps many people, men and women, living other people's lives, we look at a woman's work or job is never done. She's a mother, she wakes up early in the morning, she does the packed lunch or whatever she needs to do, the breakfast, the cleaning up after everyone. The children go to school, she goes to work, or she stays home, she cleans up, so on and so forth. Husband or partner she looks after, and so on and so forth, right? One day becomes months, years, decades. So when you're in that situation, unless you have a very strong personality or a strong belief in yourself or a plan for your life, chances are you're going to be one of the women who are stuck in that rut, living other people's perception of how your life would be.
Yeah.
How can someone like that get out of that? At least make one step to acknowledging that, hey, okay, I'm leading this life. Everyone around me seems happy. And in a way, I'm happy too, because I'm raising good children. You know, my partner, if I have one, is okay, whatever. That might be enough for some women, don't you think?
Yeah, it might be enough for some women, but at the end of the day, what happens behind closed doors? That's the big question. What has worked for me, I do a lot of journaling. Like, I'll write what happens throughout my day. Sometimes throughout a week, I'll write what happens. And you know, you get those inner thoughts that you usually hide from people out on paper. When you write those thoughts out, you look at it, you really say to yourself, are you serious? That's what I was doing? Or you start to develop your own different meditation routines. Wake up in the morning. Before everybody wakes up, you wake up, you do your own little routine. You do a little yoga, you go and pray, you do a little deep breathing just to get you through the day. But at the end of the day, as I said, whatever women do, at the end of the day, it has to be something that they want to do. Yes, you're busy, yes, you have the children, yes, you have the husband, yes, you have the boyfriend, yes, you have the job, yes, you have everything you have to do. But what makes you happy? I always say, if you feel making a cake makes you happy, bake a cake. If you feel like gardening and that makes you happy, go and garden, get your fingers all in the mud, touch the worms, that makes you happy, do it. But do not worry about what other people will say. A lot of times we worry about that, what the next person will say. Or what we do worse yet, when we have children, we push our children to what we want or what we never had at the time. And then the children come out being as miserable as us because they're in a job that they don't like. They complain every day, and we are saying, but the job is good. It's good for who? For you or for the child? That was your dream, not your child's dream. And most of the times, we have to understand that we are human beings first. And we have to let people understand that, yes, I have feelings too. All of us, yes, we put our life on hold to do certain things, sacrifices. I understand that. I have done a lot of sacrifices. Probably I'm still sacrificing all now, so. But at the end of the day, when you sacrifice, whatever you have to sacrifice, how do you feel when you finish do the sacrifice.
And that's a great way to end this segment. When we come back, we'll start answering some of those questions. See you soon.